Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Tune in, don't just come across. We do it all, y'all just for the talk. Might lose your mind when you hear these topics, no cap, think about it. Who you know going this hard, all real, always think about it. Best interviews, who is this? We don't do Otis, that entrepreneurship. Come and link, join the viewership. Education, relationships, businesses, view the clips. This the Midwest takeover, going overtime to invent on focus. Bringing guests in from all over, whole lot of game, we don't need a closer. Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Turn them L's to lessons, we don't do the losses. Dedication daily, ain't no other options. Booking up these slots on every show we plotting. Pull up a chair, make sure you watching. Subscribe, get them notifications popping. Pull up all the champagne, we gon' get it poppin'.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Gotti on the Gotti's World Show, and today is a special day because not only do I have what I feel is a legend in the building, but I want my people to understand how epic this is for me with this dope DJ. When I say dope, I'm talking about from the MIA. I'm talking about doing major shit out there, handling business, spinning records, breaking artists. Talking about my man, my dog, DJ Epps.
Yo.
How you doing, my brother?
Gotti, I'm good, man. How you doing, man? Thank you for having me, man.
Man, like I said, I ain't gonna even bullshit with you off air, man. I appreciate you for doing this, man.
Oh, no, man. I appreciate you for having me, man. Like coming through Chicago and building with some key, you know what I mean, influencers and you know, big guys like yourself. Yeah. I appreciate you letting me in, man. I appreciate that.
He called me a big guy, y'all. I'm happy to tell about it. He called me a big guy, man.
I've been watching all your interviews, man.
I'm flexing right now. I'm flexing on y'all niggas right now, man. But man, look, I don't want to wait. I don't want to waste no time. I want to get all the information, and I want my audience to know you, not only the DJ, but the man. So how I do my show is I go from the past, the present, and bring it all the way to the future.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the first thing, how we started off is, where are you originally from? I'm
originally from Harlem, New York. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, home of Dipset, home of Big L.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You know, and New York was you know, I love New York to death.
Yeah.
But, you know, my parents, well, my mom, you know what I mean? She was like, you know, this is not the place to, you know, grow up and whatnot. So she decided to move down to Miami, Florida first. And then I went afterwards. So I was staying with my aunties and my grandmama and whatnot. And I was, you know, doing my school thing there. But, you know, after that, we had to leave out of there and go to Miami. And I started building my brand there.
Okay. So now, just even tapping into some of the family, growing up in your household, how did that look through your eyes?
It was like I'm Haitian, so the Caribbean, you know, us Caribbeans, you know, the parents are very, very tight with their kids, you know what I mean? They make sure that they follow the rules and guidelines and make sure we're doing right in school and so what. So it was great. It was awesome, you know what I mean? They were just making sure I was not getting into no bad things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I did, I would get the extension cord, I would get the belt, I would get, you know what I mean? All of that, man. And so, you know, the household was great, you know what I mean? My grandparents, you know, they made sure they watch over me and they you know, make sure I learned my timetables and everything.
Indeed.
So, you know.
Indeed. What are some of the morals that your parents put into you that you still hold on to this day, and also you instill into your family?
It was always, you know, one of the big words that I'm always using is being humble. Like, you know, don't think I'm better and bigger than anybody else. You know what I mean? Being humble, respectful. You know what I mean? And you know, just making sure that, you know, you have a clean face at all times. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, I think humble and respect. You know what I mean? Loyalty is a big thing with me right now, you know what I mean? So
that's dope.
Definitely.
Now, this is personal. I have a thing with that, with being humble and flexing on niggas at the same time, just to let them know, what you do, who you are. Because sometimes you got to do it, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, people act like they don't know or they don't see, and they kind of brush you off a little bit. You got to be like, nah, bro, I didn't did this. I'm here. Don't understand who I am.
Yeah. It's
what is that balance with you?
Ooh, that balance is tough for me, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, man. I be wanting to snap on people. I be wanting to smack on people. I want to, off. But the world know that was never me. You know what I mean? It kind of happened a little bit, this weekend. You know what I mean? And my guy told me, he was like, yo, I love how you handle that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Because at the end of the day, you got to show the hospitality when they come to your city, just like you did, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But if just something goes a little left, you'd be like, damn, man, I got to, try to let them know, that's kind of disrespectful, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come to my city, it's red carpet all the way out.
I was just there. Me and my wife was just there. Beautiful.
You got to come back out then, because I got to show you another red carpet.
Well, come on. Hey, you ain't saying nothing but a word. You ain't saying nothing but a word.
You got to come back out. But, the humble thing, I'm that's my middle name, so I'm always humble, but, I can't, I can't really try to snap on people. But some way, somehow, I'm going to let you know, hey, you gotta fix the situation right quick, man, and it comes out good. And
it comes out clean.
It comes out clean, you know what I mean? Because they respect you in that sense too, you know what I mean? They be like, oh man, gotta fix this. And
indeed.
That's what it is.
Now, as far as with the networking in the clubs, I've been seeing you out. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing you putting in some work. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. One of my big dogs, shout out Cajun, shout out my boy.
Shout out Cajun in the building.
I appreciate you, my brother. Mel Buck, I appreciate you, my brother. For even, just running around with them, man. Mm-hmm. Networking and working and things like that. How has that been? How has Chicago been treating you?
Oh man, Chicago gave me the utmost love, man. And it's funny how I'm on my way over here and my people's back at home or anywhere else. They're like, "You going to Chicago? You going to Chicago? Yo, you all right? You know what I mean? I'm good, man." And when I got out here, just seeing like the party that I did a couple of nights ago. Everybody was just showing me love. Like everybody, a couple of old school cats came out, a couple of new artists came out and they showed me love. They want me to help break their records. Mm-hmm. And they rolled out the red carpet for me, you know what I mean? And I loved it, you know what I mean? Anything that I heard about Chicago, I didn't see that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know I'm sure it's there.
Yeah, it is.
Just like in Miami, in certain areas, certain towns,
yes.
We have our situations, but I think, just like Miami, Chicago, when they see a real one come through and show love,
yes,
it's all love all around.
It's all love.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Yeah.
Rock the Bells. Dash Radio. How did that come about? And could you please give me some advice as a up-and-coming host, radio personality, like the shit that I'm striving for and you've seen already? How did that come about, and what's some of the advice you can give me when I get there?
The Dash Radio came first. Me leaving iHeart.
Okay.
Because I wasn't too pleased about how they were treating my brand. Like if Gotti is gonna come do work for a station, let Gotti be Gotti.
Yes.
That's the way it's gonna work. That's the way your team is gonna win. That's the way, you know what I mean?
That's the way they found me. That's why they wanted me.
Exactly. With iHeart, I felt like my hand was tied behind my back trying to DJ with the same 20 records. And Miami and the world knows that's not me. They hear it. They're like, man, that's not Epps, man. Why are they not letting him do him? You know what I mean? So, I had to leave iHeart and just figure out ways to try to get into that satellite radio world. So Dash Radio was presented to me by Delicious Vinyl Radio in California. And they was like, yo, Epps, just do you. And I sure enough did that. And you know, we've been doing that every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, the Sunday brunch. And then the big situation with Rock the Bells was, you know, I'm gonna have to say, this saved my radio life. This also saved my brand. This also saved my mental health.
Wow.
It saved me in a lot of ways. And I have to thank, first I'm gonna thank, of course, God, you know what I mean?
As you should.
Two, I'm gonna thank Prince Marky D from the original Fat Boys, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace.
When, and I'm gonna just tell you the story how it just went down.
Go ahead, run it.
As I'm chilling, you know, in Miami, I don't know what I was doing. I get a call from LL. Straight from LL.
Hold on. You can't let that, don't just let that breathe. You gotta let that breathe. Let's not skate past that.
Yeah. I was like, who? Yo, it's LL. What's going on? He was like, yo, everything cool, my G, you know what I mean? I want to know if you can help me out with something. I'm looking for Marky. I'm like, but Marky's your talent. He's on your radio station. Why are you looking for him? Exactly. He hasn't turned in a show for like 3 days. I'm like, what? He was like, yo, you can help me search for him? I was like, yo, I'm going straight to the crib. Actually, I was doing something, so I sent some goons out there to go check around the area, and they was like, yo, they gave word back that the ambulance picked him up like 3 hours ago, and he went straight to the hospital. So we went straight to the hospital, and by the time we got there, you know, they announced that, you know, he had passed away.
Wow.
So I had to call LL back and tell him like, yo, it's a wrap, you know what I mean?
Wow.
And Prince, you know, Marky, you know, he helped me out in the radio world as well. You know what I mean? And, you know, he's a great guy, you know, always want to make you happy. Like if he was here, if you was interviewing him, you would feel his soul, you would feel his energy.
The whole spirit.
And he'll give you all the knowledge you need, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So, you know, LL was doing something called All Day City. He would do it for Chicago, he would do it for Miami, you know what I mean? So when he was doing Miami, he chose me, Khaled, Magic Mike, and DJ Laz, and we did a show, you know what I mean, about Miami. We would have Cool and Dre, we would have everybody. Yeah. You know, we was just doing a Miami show all day. And when I did my show, he basically fell in love with my mix. And he was like, yo, Epps, your mix is magical, you know what I mean?
in the famous LL voice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Your mix is magical, man. Whatever you want to do on Rock the Bells, let's do it. I was like, well, let's start small, you know what I mean? You know, let's figure it out. And he gave me my own Saturday night show, which has been, you know, successful and phenomenal for the past 3 months, you know what I mean?
9 to 11, right?
9 to 11 on Saturday nights, Eastern time, and it replays again at 1 o'clock in the morning, technically Sunday morning. So in case you missed that, right back. So yeah, that's been great. And, you know, I think it's all about just always pushing your brand and staying in people's face and letting people know that, you know, you're the best at what you do, you know what I mean? And, you know, LL found out through Marky D, because Marky was always pitching him to me like, yo, you need Epps somewhere, somehow on your show. And I guess LL remembered that, and he made sure he just like, you know, I guess made my dream come true, and as well, you know, make sure his brand is looking great. So right now, me and LL, you know, I still haven't ran up on him, you know what I mean? We still haven't met in person. Okay. But it's like we've been brothers, you know what I mean, ever since. And you know.
How does one fathom a call from LL and not lose your shit on the other side of the phone?
Yo, it was crazy because wifey was sitting right there. She was losing her shit more than I was. She like, yo. I was like, yeah. But at the same time, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm collective. Yeah. But my hands were shaking a little bit. I can't front. My hands were shaking a little bit. I was like, yo, why is LL calling me? And then, but, you know, when he was telling me about the Marquis situation, you know, I felt like I had to save a couple of people. Like I felt like I had to put on the Batman cape or the Superman cape, go figure this out. You know what I mean? And you know, yeah, man. When he hit the call, it was kind of nervous. You know what I mean? Nerve-wracking a little bit, but at the same time, you know, goosebumps.
Yeah.
It was a privilege to hear from the God. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Yeah, definitely.
The pressure, because not all rise to the occasion when it's that time. So that pressure that was on your back that you said you was feeling, how did you get through that? How did you navigate through that with your nerves, or did you just have to talk to yourself? It was a mental thing.
I guess it was a mental thing because, you know, I had to make sure that, you know, whatever I talked to LL about, I had to make sure my words are straight. You know what I mean? Because sometimes as a DJ, we get excited and, you know.
Start talking.
Yeah.
Big talk.
Yeah. But, you know, the nerve came in and came out. You know what I mean? It's just like when you're stepping on stage and you're about to go DJ and you know, I get a little butterflies a little bit. It comes in and out. You know what I mean?
Yes, I get it.
But, you know, I wanted to get the Marky D thing out the way. That was kind of really the nerve. But when it went out the way and it was time to go to work for him and, you know, the contracts were signed, the pressure, it wasn't there. I was putting the pressure on everybody. Like, okay, I'm about to be the best show on Sirius XM.
For
you
the
know
show
what I
out.
mean? Yeah, I'm going to show out. You know what I mean? Thanks to Mr. C, he guided me through a couple of things. Thanks to Z-Trip, you know what I mean? He supported me. Chuck Chill Out, Roxanne, you know what I mean? And you know, you just gotta knock him out like Muhammad Ali, man. You know what I mean? You know, just try not to be too nervous about it. Just, you know, get your mind right and do the best as you can, the best show and whatnot. So every Saturday I make sure I put on. And here I am thinking, you know, he's too busy probably doing the next episode of his television show or whatnot. Yeah. But he's there, man. He's there in his car, he's there in his crib, and he's listening to me, and he's picking up ideas. And not only that, I also brought him some other business ventures to him that's gonna help out his brand and his legacy. And, you know, he just loved the fact that I go in for him, not just on the radio, but, you know, as a friend, overall, everything,
Building your brand, because I'm still building my brand now. You know what I mean? And it's a tough grind. I'm staying consistent. I'm staying in people's faces. I'm doing these live events, so they seeing my faces. I feel like I'm at this stage to where I'm a single, but nobody knows my face right now. They see the brand, they see the product, they hear about me, they see the guest that's on my show, but they just like, I forgot his name. What is his name? So building that brand, what would you what's some advice that you would give me to help me elevate just a little bit more?
Well, just like I said earlier, man, just stay consistent with your shows and, you know, posting on whatever you're doing on Instagram or whatever, because that right there, everybody's watching it, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Just stay in people's face. Because even with me, man, you know, a lot of people hear DJ Epps, but really don't know the face. You know what I mean? I've got mistaken for Envy sometimes, believe it or not. You know what I mean? Or some other DJ. It was like, I know it's E something.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's important that, you know, whether on my Instagram I'm doing a daily morning post, or I'm doing an interview with Gotti, or I'm hanging out in Chicago with Cajun, or I'm back in Mexico, or, you know, out of the country somewhere. Yes. I gotta let everybody know I'm in your town, I'm in your face. There ain't no other DJ that's better than me. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. And I prove it to people. And
talk that
you know
talk.
I mean?
Talk that talk.
Yeah. And one thing I do every year, January 1st, is like I say, what can I do better than I did last year? Yeah. Just to elevate. And I think that's one of my secrets of being consistent with my brand and always being relevant at all times. I might have had 1 year off, which was the pandemic. Yeah. But even so, with the pandemic, how can I stay in people's face? Once I saw D-Nice, what he did, I was like, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Now, how can I do it different from D-Nice?
And put your spin on it.
And put my spin on it. What do I do best? I put out people's music. I break people's music. Mm-hmm. So now the world is just contacting me, yo, play my music, play my label's music. And of course it became a business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To a point that somebody said it the other day, they was like, yo, Epps is like the underground radio station on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I do that.
All that.
Yeah.
I peeped all that.
Yeah. So and not only that, you know, the days of turntablism is not really there, but it is. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm live on my turntables. You don't see me on controllers because that's what people love. They love to see the you know what I mean, the turntablism and the real action.
The Kid Capri's.
Oh yeah, the Kid Capri's.
Legend.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's one of my low key, you know, mentors that I, you know, look up to. But yeah, definitely, you know, turntables, interviews, you know, and just, you know, being in people's face at all times. 10 o'clock, Monday to Friday, weeknights on my IG, you could catch me holding it down, you know what I mean? They call me like the late night Arsenio Hall. You know when you used to wait for Arsenio or even Morton, you be waiting for them.
Right there.
They're right there, right there. And they go F's.
Now, even with you've been in the industry for a while. You've been around these artists, around these business people in these major rooms. Has it ever got to be too much for you?
No, not really, because it's all about being a sponge and absorbing any information that you could pick up in that room, and energy. You know who's who. Yeah. You know who's doing it, or who could be a snake sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know, yeah, it's all about absorbing all that energy and information you can from anybody, whether it's the engineer, whether it's from Gotti, whether it's from, you know, the producers or the artist that's in the building, or even the PR, because at the end of the day, somebody could help out somebody. Somebody could help out Epps, and Epps could help out somebody. You know what I mean? You know, so yeah, I love just being in a room full of you know, gods and great-minded people. And believe it or not, you know, if you have a little bad energy, or if you have a, you know, your type of style that I don't mess with, I don't mind observing that either, because now I know to be careful of those type of people. You know what I mean? Because at my age, I'm still running into what we call back in Miami. Can we curse?
Yeah.
What we call back in Miami, fuck boys. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
A lot of them. It's still a lot of them in here.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, we have to be careful that with those. But at the same time, they are the ones too that make my energy, my grind, you know, go harder. You know what I mean? Oh, you did that? Watch what I'm about to do now.
Who's the go-to when it does, or if it does ever become a load and you just like, man, I need a break. I need a break. Who's the go-to? Because you're one of them ones. Mm-hmm. So who do you go to be like, man?
The Almighty God.
That's it.
The Almighty God. And in my younger days, you know, I didn't think like that. But now, you know, I'm more spiritual. I listen to daily services in the morning on YouTube, whether it's Joel Osteen or, you know, some motivation speeches or something like that. You know what I mean? And for some reason, they speak straight to me. It's like they know what I'm going through. They know what I'm feeling, and it clears my mind. So, you know, I just go straight to the Almighty God. And I don't have no brothers and sisters.
I'm the only child too.
I don't have I have a father, you know what I mean? No shade to him. He's a great guy, but, you know, he was never really there. So I don't really have you know what I mean? Same. My mom is my mom. She don't really know the music business. She could just see it from a distance and be proud of her son. But, you know, the go-to person is the Almighty God. Yeah.
Understandable. Do going back to mom, did she in being Haitian as well?
Mm-hmm.
Did she get it when you?
Nah.
Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. My mom still don't understand. She don't understand none of this.
After watching all of this,
She say, "I'm proud of you," but when you going back to work? When you going back to work?
And where was work?
Mailman.
Oh man,
9 to 5.
getting chased by the dog.
All that. With the suit on and all that. With the shorts, the high shorts and shit, all that. So she's just like, how you survive? How are you making money? I'm like, Ma, I ain't asked you for them. I'm okay. I turn this into a business.
Yeah.
I got my own clothing, things like that. So she's starting to see it, but she's like, don't you gotta get up and go to work in the morning?
Uh-huh.
Why is you out so late? And you better be careful out in these clubs and stuff like that. So did she get it?
Yes, after a while she got it. In the beginning, it was tough because I'm here sneaking out to go to clubs at a young age. So sneaking out the window and coming back and finding my window locked, where where I have to knock on the door. Oh, where'd you? You know, she didn't understand it, man. And she was like, yo, don't you know you got to go to school? It was more school. I didn't have a job. It was more school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I tried my best to balance it out. But, you know, when I left New York to come to Miami, it was automatic for Miami to start booking me because they was hearing me at hooky parties. They were hearing me at the UM frat parties, killing it. And I was getting, you know, some money at a young age and exposure. And she didn't get it. She was like, why you keep going to these parties and carrying all these equipments and, you know what I mean? And after a while, when I started my own party called the Sugar Shack on South Beach, you know, she started seeing pictures with me and Puff Daddy at the time.
Oh.
Rolling in with J-Lo in my parties. She would see me at my other party, Fat Black Pussycat, that saw me doing my own party and say, yo, come do the back room. And now I'm, you know, I got Jerry Seinfeld, like, in my DJ booth. I would have Little Kim, I would have Bobby and Whitney, you know, allegedly, you know, just chilling in my DJ booth, you know what I mean? Just, you know, and she's seeing all of this, but at the same time, she noticed money is coming in.
Yeah.
And then after that, she noticed the radio station. She noticed me on TV news and stuff like that. And, you know, working for Miami Heat or some things like that. And she just saw it growing, and she never questioned it after that. She just said, you know, go ahead. The only beef that she had with me is just, you know, I dropped out, you know what I mean? Because it was heavy for me to come home at 5 a.m.
and get up
after the club. Sometimes the club would close exactly at 5 a.m. I would get home by 6. And it you know, it would burn my eyes. You know what I mean? And you know, but the money was just...
It was too good.
It was too good.
It was too good.
It was too good.
I know what you're talking about.
And I tried to keep up with some tutors and everything. And I got the most knowledge that I needed to get, you know what I mean? You know, and you know, I heard some other DJs, I heard some other artists, I heard some other people went through that. So you know, it didn't make me feel too bad, but at the same time, you know, I want to make sure my son don't go through that. You know what I mean?
I understand.
I'm just, you know, I did it, you know, and I'm cool with it, and I'm okay with it. But I'm gonna make sure my son don't go through that.
So let me ask you, even with your son,
Mm-hmm.
what if he wanted to dabble and say, Pops, look, this is the route I want to go. This is the route I want to do. You got me? Can you support this?
I didn't have a dad to tell me that. So he's going to have to unfortunately listen to me and be like, I'm gonna have to. He's gonna have to graduate. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to do it. I can't, because the world is changing. It's not like
Very
how
much.
it was.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you know
That
what I
is
mean?
a fact.
So I want you to get the best of the best so you could go get whatever you want. Because, yeah, you know, I did it, but it was real tough, and I don't want him to go through that. I don't want him to go through that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be the dad to make sure that, I'm going to help you get that money.
Gotcha.
But stay in school. You know what I mean? I didn't have nobody to do that to me, so I'm going to make sure I do that for him.
I get it.
I think it's only right.
It's only right.
Yeah.
You got that right.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, it's no original path anymore. You don't have to go through, even with artists, you don't have to go to the label. You can go indie. It's different ways to get in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what if he's like, okay, well, I hear you, Pop, but look at you. Because as me and the boy talking to my father, it's like, man, like let me find my way, Pop. You did it. Let me find my way. I understand. I heard what you said. Because we kind of got that, poke your chest out sometime.
Yeah, if it comes down to that, man, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna understand them, but I'm gonna try my best to just finish it. I promise you, it's gonna be even way better than your pops.
Facts. I got you.
You know what I mean? But if it goes down that route, at least, I learned through Nickelodeon, because I have some people that I know work there. They travel with tutors. So if we have to go that route, we're gonna go that route.
But you gonna finish.
You gonna finish.
At the end of the day, your ass gonna finish.
You see this money I'm getting you, I'm giving you. You want it to continue? Finish. That's it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Whatever I'm leaving the DJ Epps brand, like, whatever you see with MP3 Wax or whatever you see on the gram, I'm leaving it to you. And even right now, right before I came to Chicago, he's listening to all these rappers, the young ones, and he's figured out that he wants to do that. I'm like, okay, you don't want to DJ, you want to rap? Okay.
That's a whole nother crap.
That's a whole nother thing, and that could get a little. You gonna need school for that. You know what I mean? You're gonna need, and surprisingly, he wrote at least 3 raps, and I'm listening through the other door, and guess who he's listening to? Biggie. So I'm like, okay, you know how to story tell. Good.
You studying.
I respect that, and hopefully he'll keep up with that, and he'll know how to maneuver his words and how he says it and everything. So
now the talent coming out of your city, the talent kind of coming out of my city, the camaraderie is not there. Everybody, it's groups. And they pop and they push themselves, but it's none from this side and this side. They really don't come together to make the whole city bubble.
Damn, I thought it was just my city. I thought it was just my city.
That's why I was finna ask you, how is the camaraderie in your city?
It's horrible. It's horrible, and that was one of the reasons why I left iHeart. You know what I mean? Because here I am at iHeart trying to break an artist from Miami, and he's doing his business. 2 weeks, they do an interview with him at the station, and 2 weeks later, he goes to the other station and does an interview there. And just because he did that, my station decides to pull his record off. I'm like, yo, dude, why are you doing that to the city? You know what I mean? And believe it or not, the PD at the time is from here in Chicago. I had to do my homework. I'm like, yo, why are you doing that to my city? And I come to find out, Chicago has kind of like the same problem. You know what I mean? And it's funny how you asked that. And Miami has great talent. Broward County, which is Fort Lauderdale, has great talent.
Mhm.
West Palm Beach has great talent. You know what I mean? My man King Buckley, he comes to Miami
Mhm.
to get exposed and get his talent out. But he has to go. He don't have to, but he comes to me, and guess what I do? I open up my arms. Yo, where's your music? Played it. I took him out of town with me. We go do shows and we do whatever. You know what I mean? And he felt that. You know what I mean? That's why he felt like, Epps, I got to bring you to Chicago. And that's how it's supposed to be.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
I was watching a podcast, and Cassidy and Drama was saying the same thing. You know what I mean? It was all about sometimes you got to leave your city to build and get more exposed, because your city could just do so much with the support and help. And I guess, just hearing what you're going through in Chicago is just like Miami, a bunch of crabs in a bucket trying to.
I've been fortunate enough to run into occasions, to run into up and coming DJs like myself, and we work together. But it's still some that's at the top, or even radio personalities that look at me like, I see you, but hold on. Let me secure my spot. I can't pull you up right now because I got my spot. And it's like, well, damn, like you see me coming in, you feel me knocking, let me in.
I don't know why, man. Like DJs feels like that. Like, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that, but it feels like you coming to get that spot. Believe it or not, Sean Mack did that to me the other night. He was like, yo, Epps, it's Sean Mack. I'm like, nigga, I know who you are. Yo, you know what I mean? Come on, like, you know what I mean? Hurry up and get to Miami. Come do my party. Like, it's not like that. I'm not
Shout
here
out
to.
Mac.
Yeah, shout my dog Sean Mack. You know what I mean? Heavy Hitter Squad and all of them, man.
Heavy hitters.
You know, he didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? I know who Sean Mack is.
Yeah.
I was ready to come meet up with him in his city. This is his city.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take over Chicago. I'm just trying to be part of it, hang out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know my place, and I don't know why some DJs feel like, they gotta act like that or be that way towards another DJ that's coming up or already been there or whatever the case is.
It's not a competition with me.
No,
it's not a competition with me at all.
Same here.
At all. I feel like what's for me is gonna be for me regardless. I'm gonna get it by any means. But that doesn't mean I can't. If something is not for me and I know it fits for you, I can't say, hey, no, that ain't for me. That's for what you call it. You need to go grab him for that. But it's not that way. It ain't that way. Or they, like I said, they'll look at you and be like, oh, okay, that's cute. What you doing? That's cute. And keep moving. And I don't know. I'm still having that thing, and I'm even considering trying to reach out or trying to go out to different cities and get my name.
You got to
buzz out there. So when I come back, they like, hey, you been popping. Come on out.
You got to.
Like,
that's why I said, you just came back from Miami. You got to go back now. Now that we here, you gotta have you got all reasons to go back out right there.
Don't tell me that.
I'm gonna have you host my party.
Don't tell me that,
You know
Ep.
what I mean?
Don't tell.
Come
Ep,
on,
don't
stop
tell,
playing.
Ep, don't tell me that.
Ask the boys. They know.
Don't tell me that,
Like, that's how it's supposed to be. Because at the end of the day, that's how things are gonna get built for other artists from Chicago to Miami.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna be like, damn, man.
And I got a lot of artists that I do fuck with that I have on the show. And if you go back and just watch some of my interviews, you'll see the talent. You'll hear it.
I seen some of them, the twins. I seen the
I can bring them.
Yeah.
I can bring them.
I seen them. And same here. I would love to bring the Miami talent over here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Whether it's Weedham Zoes, whether it's Grimas, whether it's YD, whether it's Ace Hood, whoever, like, you know what I mean? Let's bring them over here.
Ace Hood is one of my favorites.
Ace is a great talented guy, man, and
And he's smart. I
very
listened to some of his
smart.
interviews, bruh.
Very smart, and it's unfortunate that he went through what he went through in the business. But that shows you,
shit can get tricky.
Not only that, but for me, like I'm deep in that hole, so I really know exactly what went down and how it went down. And at the end of the day, me in the city is looking like, why you did that to homeboy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He helped made that brand. He tatted it on his, arm.
On the skin.
Yeah, when you would hear, we the best, it was really coming through Ace Hood's voice.
Mm-hmm.
And, where,
breaking artists. Now, how do you, because you might hear a hit different than I hear a hit.
Mm-hmm.
You hear more because you get swarmed with music. Mm-hmm. How do you pick out a hit like, oh, this finna go? I'm finna really get behind this one.
Well, just like you said, a hit when you hear one. You know what I mean? There's some DJs that love to break artists. And that's all they want to do. They want to break that artist. Mm-hmm. I want to break the music. When you break the music, then the artist it's
gonna pop.
It's gonna pop.
Yeah.
So, what I like, you may not like. What you like, I may not like. Whatever, you know what I mean? So, I have to give all types of songs a chance on my platform. You know what I mean? And
Same.
This is what it is. It's like, The Source, when they had the 5 mics in the back.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I'm going to post this. How many mics you give it? You know what I mean? And if I see the reviews, okay, let me go in on this record a little bit. You know what I mean? Or if it's a relationship that, hell, we built.
Yes.
And if for some reason you're an artist as well as a DJ, guess what? Automatic.
It's automatic.
I'm breaking Gotti's record. You know what I mean?
God damn it! That's
because guess what?
I'm talking about.
I'm and I hope vice versa. The person will break my record as well because that's what's needed. Period.
Even when it come down to a post, a repost, anything
that's free 99.
Some people still don't do it,
and they don't do it because. They somebody was telling me that they feel like you're gonna leave them out, and I get it. There are artists that left out their homeboys, or
yes.
You know what I mean. I seen it before, you know what I mean, and I get it. But it's a gamble. It's something you gotta just.
Life is a gamble.
Yeah, exactly.
Life is a gamble, so it's just like, man. But sometimes you come across people that you just know. You like, all right. I fuck with them regardless. That energy is there, and I done seen people in different lights, and the energy don't change. So it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna rock with him regardless. We rock out. We gonna build. Give him a call. Not even about the industry. How you doing, man? How your mama doing?
Man, that's first things first. Like, forget the music. Are you doing right? Because some people don't know how to pat other people on the shoulder. Yo, you doing good. Yo, I see you. You doing great. You know what I mean? How's the family? They don't know how to do that first. They want to, how can you break my record? Damn, dog, did you buy me a steak sandwich or something first? Did you get me a drink? Like, you just going to go in on me like that? You know what I mean? And they don't get that part, you know what I mean? Even with Cajun, like, I heard of Cajun so long. But when I met up with King Buckley, Buck would just tell me about Cajun. And I felt like I already knew him already. Now that I came to Chicago, it was just like my brother, you know what I mean? And it was open arms for both of us, you know what I mean? And the man got me working, you know what I mean? The man, we doing music.
One thing about him, he throw a lot of assists. I can tell you that.
He got me a bag. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like I have to it's not like I have to it's just in my nature that
to do it.
Cajun, what you need?
What you need.
What you need?
That's it.
Yo, come check out Gotti's pocket. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's play this person's record. Let's go. Too easy. What's next?
Easy shit.
And that's how it's supposed to be. But some people, they just tend to have a little jealousy mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they put fuckery in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Silently or on a post.
A little slight the little undercut shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you just gotta bob and weave to the nonsense. But I thank Cajun Buckley for introducing me to Chicago, you know what I mean?
Sir.
Even when I went to Cancun, I was, I have like Chicago bodyguards over there, you know what I mean? And they show me so much love. It's like buildings, standing in between buildings. Y'all Chicago bodyguards are like huge, man.
I know it. I know it.
They Miami bodyguards, they cool. They big, but you guys bodyguards out here, securities, huge, man. I don't know what they eating out here.
Cornbread. That's what that is. But
I love Chicago, man. I appreciate the love out here.
Man. Okay. Another personal question.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping into fun thing. If I was your son, put it like this, if I was your son,
mm-hmm.
and I doing what I'm doing now, you've been in these rooms, you've been interviewing the top of the top, the best of the best, and I'm getting into that realm. What would you tell me and give me some small advice about this industry and getting into these rooms and what I am about to see? Some of the things that you've already seen.
Well, you gotta definitely do your homework on who you're about to interview, you know what I mean? So you don't touch no subject that's gonna blow them up, you know what I mean? We've seen what happened to Birdman. We've seen what happened to some of these cats that just, they're very, you know what I mean? And you're gonna pick up that energy, so you're gonna know automatically, who's gonna, give you everything that you want to know, and then you're gonna know who's just gonna be an asshole interviewer. And we know some of those asshole interviews. All right, I'm here. Let's get this over with. You know what I mean? But son, just be careful how you talk to these artists. You know what I mean? And people, because they have problems that you don't know about, and it could be touchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you need to learn their mistakes and their success as well, you know what I mean, to elevate yourself.
Yes.
And make sure you move better. Just, do your best. Just do your best. Don't. I think Jay-Z said it right too one time. He was like, yo, my voice sounds the same. You know what I mean? I'm the same person. I don't switch up. I don't, you know what I mean? Just always be that person, you know what I mean? That's it. Go hard.
That's it.
Go hard.
That's it. How many people, speaking of that, how many people have you lost along the journey that didn't see your vision, that was right there with you at first and then it didn't pan out?
I wouldn't say that they didn't see the vision. I would say they wasn't patient enough. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I had a manager for over 10 years when I was young. But we did so much in Miami, and we did so much with the DJ Epps brand. Your city will tend to get, I don't want to say tired, but it's like they already know you. You know what I mean? So he felt like he couldn't really book me anywhere else because people was like, oh, you know what I mean? We're looking for a new DJ, and I got it. But he was getting frustrated, And then I was getting frustrated as a young one, like, damn, why you not getting me no booking? You know what I mean? But I realized that it wasn't really him. It was just our city. So, but at the same time, I don't think he was patient enough to figure out what's next and how to do something next. So, you know, we kind of got in an argument, a friendly argument, and we broke up. You know what I mean? So when he went his way, I had to figure that shit out myself.
Yeah.
Tony Touch calls me, yo, Epps, I can't take this booking in Germany. Can you go rock this for me?
Bruh, why you keep dropping these big ass names like this, bruh?
That's how it went. When you work so hard, they notice. Gotti, don't think for 1 second, they're not watching you. They are watching you. And when one door closes, the next one opens, period. Yeah. So when I said, yeah, Tony, I never been to Europe. I'm out. You know what I mean? Let's go. So when the agency booked me and everything, the agency fell in love with me. And next thing you know, I've been going to Europe, if not every other month, every month. You know what I mean? Visit Italy, Finland, France, then started going out to Taipei, Taiwan, went to China, Japan, and I started moving around. And that's when, okay, Epps is raw bass. He's internationally known now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, now I'm able to take, you know, other artists with me to go feel that vibe, you know what I mean? Buckley could tell you I took him to Bahrain with me, and, you know, man, he met up with some other basketball players that he happened to know over there, surprisingly, and you know, he felt like he was at home, and he ended up performing with me, and you know, that right there, it was great. So those people back in the days, I don't think they were patient enough. They just dropped out the race, and they felt like they wanted to do something else. So now, till now, it's only been me, with me linking up with Gotti,
Indeed,
Cajun or LL Cool J.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, and I'm pretty sure they're looking at it like, damn, you know, if I only stuck a little longer, I could have been riding out still with Epps. You know what I mean? Because you're the only one that's gonna, you know where your life and your dream is going. You know what I mean? And you just gotta hustle hard for it and grind hard for it. And you're gonna get there. And where I'm at right now, I still got a lot more to go.
You feel that way?
Hells yeah. I may be at my last quarter, but don't get it twisted. It's a lot of work to do still. There's a lot of people to go touch. There's a lot of podcasts to go do.
Is that personal? Is that a personal thing? Because from the outside looking in, for me, it's like, shit, I gotta get my shit. I gotta get there. I gotta find out a way to get there. So is that a personal drive, or is that a
half and half? It's a hustler mentality. And yes, it's a personal drive, because now, one, you want to show all those people that doubted you or didn't keep up with you that you did that. Two, there's just some things that I never got to do. Yeah, it's personal that I need to go do. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to figure it out right now, and I feel like I'm very close to it. You know what I mean? I never been to Chicago and came and did a podcast. Now I done it.
I'm glad I was the first one.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And like, you know, yeah, it's a half and half thing, man. It's a hustler mentality thing. I think, like, you know, the hustler in me 24/7 is just, it brings you everything. It brings you whatever you want, as long as you work, and grind and meet people. You know what I mean?
And stay prayed up. Bro.
Amen.
I pray every day I ask God, bless me bigger than what I can even imagine. And things like this come out of nowhere, get calls. I'm asleep, I wake up, I see a call from Cajun. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Or I reach out to Buck, and he reached back, even though I'd been knowing him for years, high school years, and I was a little nigga back then, and he was just, you know what I'm saying, basketball player. And I'm looking like, you know what I mean? Speaking of that, but can you still hoop?
Yeah.
He just laughed at the shit.
Well, it's all that too, man. Like life tends to circle back around. You know what I mean?
Yes, it does. And I'm learning that as I go.
And if it has to circle back around, like, okay, fine, we ain't get it popping this time. You know, okay, we're gonna come back to it. God is gonna bring us back somehow, some way, and we're gonna make it happen. You know, so yeah.
2 more, and then
We good, Gotti. We good.
You feel like this is your purpose? You like you found your purpose? Like this is it? This is what you were destined?
Yeah. To touch people, give advice, make people feel good with music. Yeah. This is my purpose. God put me here to make sure that I help lead the way. I help teach the youth. I help make people feel good. And you know, when Instagram started, I don't know how it happened, but it's just like, Epps, every morning, just put a motivation speech post. Just because you never know. And that...
You never know what it'll do to someone.
Man, it seems like it's helping everybody out. It's like the minute you wake up, Epps is right there in your face telling you what's up. And you know, that little thing right there comes a long way, you know. So yeah, I think this is my purpose, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm very proud of it. Very, very proud of it.
Another thing, to get personal with you, what are some of your fears? Or what is a fear that you do have? If any.
I haven't looked at no fears. The only thing I just say is just, you know, I gotta make sure my family's fed. My daughter, my son, my wife, I gotta make sure they're just right. Because if God forbid, you know, something happened to these hands and I can't DJ no more, I gotta, you know, I gotta look for something else. That's probably my only fear right there. Because the DJ Epps brand since the early 90s has been so successful and still here. And we all know as a DJ, it's kind of hard to stay relevant in this game. It's really hard to stay relevant, especially without radio or especially, and the pandemic, man, that hit hard. It hit hard.
I grew out of the pandemic though, so I really can say, shit,
the pandemic saved my life again. When I say
it
that,
introduced me. It was my introduction.
It saved my life, and it was an introduction as well. Because I shit, you know, like Gotti, like right before the pandemic, in Miami, there's really no more clubs. You guys still have Ocean. You guys still have a couple of clubs.
You got KOD. It was hard as shit to get in, and I ain't even get in. I was at the line. I was in the line for damn that hour, and we had to wrap around the little. Bruh, me and my wife were just standing there. I'm just like, shit. And it's high as hell.
I wish we would have got to know each other before that. I would have made sure you would have been good.
God damn, I was sitting there.
You just said it right there.
What'd you say, Kay? You say you gonna do live?
I trust me. I feel what Cajun is saying, and with Miami, man, it's nothing but strip clubs. Did you actually, besides Live, did you actually hear or find another
club? Live, my experience, Live was sold out because Diplo was there, and I was just like, well, can't get there. And I even talked to a good promoter. I forgot his name. Please forgive me. But he was trying. He was just like, man, and I'm just telling him, I was being honest with him. It's my wife's birthday weekend. I'm trying to get a table, a bottle, you know what I'm saying? Just it's me and her. I just want to show my wife a good time.
Should have called.
I wish. I wish.
Yeah, man.
I showed that, and they was he was trying his best, but the other one at KOD, he was like, man, it's Jay, man. Just tell him Jay, woo, $650. Give me $650, and I'm like, it's only me and my wife. Like, I said, now if I was with the guys, it's different. But It's just being my wife, man.
I mean, you know, those guys, they trying to get their money up.
I get it. I get it.
Look how I came to Chicago and I found out the parking lot is charging $150. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? My man was like, what, you gonna push my car? What are you doing? So, you know, they trying to make a buck everywhere. But, you know, going back to what I was saying, you know, right before the pandemic, there's no clubs in Miami. It's all strip clubs. And the loss of DJing, I was losing it. Like, you DJing for a bunch of strippers that have special requests for their dances. Yeah. So, you know, you don't really get to rock. Yeah. You don't really get to show your craft. And, you know, I was like, damn, man, I'm really... It's about to be a wrap for this DJing thing, but, you know, when the pandemic hit and D-Nice got on the gram and started doing that, I'm like, man, let me turn on the gram, let me decorate the room was already decorated. Mm-hmm. That was God speaking. Mm-hmm. He was like, something's going to happen. You're going to need this room. And sure enough, my turntables were set up, and I've been rocking for 2 years on my live, and I feel like, you know, I'm back in my room at like when I was 15 out of high school, just practicing, getting busy. And when people see that on the gram, it's different from what you see with D-Nice. You know, nothing against my brother, but you know, he's healing the world. You know, so am I. But at the same time, I'm showing out. I'm you know, interviewing. I'm showing people that I know people. Mm-hmm. I'm breaking records, and I'm killing it on the turntable. So the turntable factor is a big thing for me, you know what I mean? And I hope, you know, the clubs bring these turntables back, or at least the pioneer ones, you know what I mean? Yeah. And we could get busy again in these clubs.
Last thing, mm-hmm. Balance, family life. Family life.
I dare DJ to walk in my shoes.
Yeah, family life, because it's getting a little hectic for me, and I feel like shit. I feel like who I look up to, DJ Envy. Mm-hmm. Love his lifestyle, bro. Mm-hmm. Love his energy. Love the way he conducts himself, dress, all that. Mm-hmm. And his family, the way he DJ. He said, I don't sleep, things like that. And I'm like, I'm feeling that. Mm-hmm. Had an event last night and got in tune. Cajun said it's a go. Mm-hmm. We up at 10. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I'm leaving there at 3 o'clock. I got to get home by 4. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, but I gotta get out. I gotta get this. So I'm feeling it. Mm-hmm. How is that balance? How do you balance, bro?
First things first, I had to cut smoking weed. Cause that waking up in the morning.
What?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
That weed smoking had to stop, man, cause yeah, that would make me so lazy and so it was just not helping me at all. So that was one of the things. 2, you know, Envy, you know, he's definitely inspiring because, yeah, you know what I mean? My guy, he's doing it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, I'm pretty sure, and it's been aired out. He had got distracted one time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what those people are there for. They're gonna come in your life and they're gonna try to distract you. Mm-hmm. And you know, I'm gonna speak for myself. Like I've been distracted, but you know, it was a harsh distraction. Like somebody put something in my drink and tried to distract me and made me think something. You know what I mean? And it tried to ruin my relationship with my wife. You know what I mean? So. You just got to be careful where you go and who you with. Like, you know, nothing against Cajun or Buckley or even Chicago, but I was like, look, you know, I'm here to perform, and you know what I mean.
That's it.
And go back to my hotel, get on that laptop at work. You know what I mean. Gotcha. But you know, that balance with the family, you gotta know how to move. You gotta know how to protect your family. And you know, with my wife, you know, she sees her man still doing it and still getting props, but at the same time, she thinking that Chicago girls are out here trying to get to me. But she don't realize I'm not about that
I
life.
ain't on that.
I ain't on that.
I'm
You know
trying
what
to
I mean?
grow, get this money,
Yeah.
and make our lifestyle a thing.
Yeah, and after you witness things that happen to Envy, Epps, or even some of these artists or athletes with people trying to get you like that, you're not trying to do that no more. You're not trying to get into that no more.
That's a fact.
So trying to get your wife to understand that it's kind of hard. So you gotta balance life out. Everybody sees my gram. They see I'm all about my family. They see I'm all about my kids.
Yeah.
And why would you want to ruin that? Why would you want to fuck that up with some dumb broad that's just trying to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, but before we get up out of here, I got a game.
Uh-oh.
It's called the 10 name game.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure all my people know what that sound is. It's called the 10 name game, like I said. So basically, I'm gonna fire off 10 things or 10 names, and you gotta give me your answer in a one-word answer. So say if I say music, you say first thing pop in your mind. Anything.
Nas.
Boom. That's it. That's
All
how the
right,
game
cool.
go. I'm gonna get 10. You ready for it?
Let's go.
They all random. They all random as fuck. I'm gonna give them to you.
All right, let's do this.
Ready for the fire?
Yeah.
Here you go. LL.
Rock the bells. Oh, one word.
One word. One word in. One word in. Shit get tricky around here. It get tricky around here.
LL. Queens.
Miami.
Epps.
Cajun.
Can super producer be one word?
We can put it together. We can I let that slide. I slide it. King Buck.
You said it right there, King.
King. You better say that shit.
Yeah.
Better say that
You
shit.
already said it, King.
DJing.
Turntables.
Your family.
Love.
Hip hop.
Storytelling.
Religion.
Spiritual. You like that, Buck, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Haiti. I'm gonna get paid for this one day, man. I'm eventually get paid for this one day.
Zoes.
So, last one. Your life. One word.
Excellent.
Yes, sir. Clap it up, 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 clap it up. Now, we get a grade. We give you a grade every time. Brother Will, what grade do we give him, my brother?
I give him about a 93.
I'll take that. As long as we in the 90s going to the hundreds, I'll take that.
Epps, I appreciate you.
Gotti.
The energy that you brought in here, even from when you came in, epic. Your knowledge, the embrace, the things that you do, your mind.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bruh.
Thank you.
It's an
Same,
overall
man.
vibe, man. And
I felt the
appreciate
energy
you.
right back, man.
I thank you for even doing this. And, bro, you just don't know what you did for me, my career, and everything. And whatever you need, bro, it's open up.
Yo, ditto.
Love.
Ditto.
Bro. It's love here.
Ditto. I haven't. This is probably like my third podcast I'm coming out the pandemic. So you are helping me too, believe it or not. Because Epps is going somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
And you are helping that. And however I can help you, man, please let me know.
All I need is a follow back. That's it. And 10 followers. That's all I need for it.
All I
10.
need is for you to get your ass in Miami so we can party, all right? All right? Get that flight.
Just let me
Bring
know.
wifey. We'll hang out
Just
with my
let me
wifey
know.
and we're going to have some fun, man.
Just let me know. Just let me know. Like,
Got
hey, look,
you,
I got
man.
something coming up. I will make it.
Let's make it
I got
happen.
a little change.
Yeah.
I got a little change. I can get that. My brother, thank you, man. Tell everybody how they can get in touch with you and everything that you got coming up, please.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. All platforms at DJ Epps, at DJ EPPS, not Omar Epps, not Mike Epps, DJ Epps. All right. Also, there's at DJ _and_ friends for all my shows. That's on all platforms: Twitch, Periscope, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, especially on Instagram. That's where the main platform is. Instagram, weeknights, 10 p.m. Eastern. You can see my Monday night, where ladies' night, we bring female DJs from MP3 Wax to DJ on my Monday night. Tuesdays, Alpha Villain. Discussion with OGs, and you know, the rest of the nights we just, you know, DJ and help artists out and whatnot. You can catch me on Rock the Bells at 9:00 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM channel 43, and you could catch me, and it repeats at 1:00 in case you don't, in the morning in case you missed the first show, and then on Sundays on Dash Radio 3 p.m. Eastern, the Sunday brunch with Delicious Vinyl Radio, and hopefully you catch me in your city very, very soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all already know where y'all can find me, man. Official _YUNG Gotti on Instagram, on Facebook, Irvin Woods Jr. Also, where you can find all these interviews and all my content, Gotti's World Media on YouTube. That's my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and hit that notification bell. Please, please, please. Appreciate it.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
Look out for that DJ Epps single. Mixtape album coming soon. Look out for We Them Zoes, the biggest group out of Miami, and look out for King Buckley coming soon.
Ooh, say that shit.
Yeah.
Say that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, how I like to end this. Thank you, God, for another episode. Thank you, God, for this beautiful brother right here in front of me and his talent and everything that he got going. Thank you, God, for King Buck. I appreciate you, my brother, for reaching out. Thank you, God, for Cajun, for putting all this shit together and giving me the assist that I needed. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for my engineer and owner, Will. I appreciate you, my brother. Evian Studios, this is the home. This is where the Gotti's World Show is here. Thank you, God. I appreciate you, man.
Yes.
We got another one. This is Gotti's World Show. We out of here. Yeah.
Gotti, hard body, Gotti's World, we some mob bosses. Tune in, don't just come across. We do it all, y'all just for the talk. Might lose your mind when you hear these topics, no cap, think about it. Who you know going this hard, all real, all wait, think about it. Best interview, so is this. We don't do all this, that entrepreneurship. Come and link, join the viewership. Education, relationships, businesses, view the clips. This the Midwest takeover, going overtime to invent on focus. Bringing guests in from all over, whole lot of game, we don't need a closer. Gotti, hard body, Gotti's World, we some mob bosses. Turn them L's to lessons, we don't do the losses. Dedication daily, ain't no other options. Booking up these slots on every show we plotting. Pull up a chair, make sure you watching. Subscribe, get them notifications popping. Pull up all the champagne, we gon' get it poppin'.